Welcome back, New Jersey, to another episode of the NJ1ST podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video, and make a comment below so I can interact with you. Also follow NJ1ST on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also follow my personal accounts at Ryan McDonald USA. Today, this video is going to be about money again, but with Governor Murphy this time, and also about the NJ voter rolls, as well as some two quick videos, and hopefully I'll make another video for tomorrow. Let's get into it. I came across this screenshot from Boston Tea Party fan on Twitter. Massive scandal by NJGOP, but of course, crickets. Ryan Hutchins, 2018. Governor Murphy, right after he was elected in 2017 to first become his first term as governor of New Jersey, signed a blind trust agreement 4 months after taking office, placing his large investment portfolio in the hands of a family member and agreeing to have no involvement in its operation. Similar to how President Trump would have done it, right? The governor, a former top executive at Goldman Sachs, that's different from Trump, transferred his portfolio to Stephen M. Snyder, the brother of First Lady Tammy Murphy. The agreement was signed May 7th, filed on Tuesday with State Ethics Commission, which had previously approved the outlines of the trust. Snyder lives in Virginia Beach, blah, blah, blah. But the Goldman Sachs, Governor Murphy, Goldman Sachs, here's somebody bringing up his large investment portfolio. Why has nobody in the NJGOP really made a fuss about this? You scroll down here, and one of my followers actually asks, under what circumstances or suspicions would good citizens have both the right and the moral obligation to have their state legislature exercise responsibility oversight by auditing an executive governor's blind trust? Blind in quotations, because I believe you should be able to look up the public information of what someone's trading. I'm not sure of that, but I think I have an answer of under what circumstances, because I think I found something. The State of New Jersey Common Pension Fund D acquires 100,000 basically plus shares of Tilray Inc. And Tilray Inc. is a cannabis marijuana pot stock. It's a company, and New Jersey pension funds invested in it. Oh boy, New Jersey's really doubled downing on cannabis as a green rush, a green boom, which kind of fizzled out after CBD was a bust from after COVID, and because the outrageous prices of CBD. State of New Jersey Common Pension D Fund raised its holding in Tilray by 23.3% the third quarter. According to its most recent disclosure with the SEC, the firm owns almost 600,000 shares of Tilray's stock after buying an additional 100,000. So as the title says, 100,000 were purchased. They have 600,000 now. And again, this is State of New Jersey Common Pension Fund D. They owned about 0.1% of Tilray's worth. So it's not a big investment that they have, and not a big position that they have in Tilray. But still, it's a lot of money, and it's New Jersey pension funds. That's wild. JP Morgan Chase also has investments in Tilray and other big banks, but one that it doesn't have here is one that, Governor Murphy is associated with, that Goldman Sachs, right? Where was it? Anyway, Tilray is a cannabis company. You do a search of Goldman Sachs and Tilray, you find a 2019 Yahoo article that a Goldman Sachs former managing director was appointed, Andrew Pucher, as Tilray's new chief corporate development officer in 2019. So 2017, Governor Murphy was elected. 2018, he signed over his largest investment portfolio as a former Goldman and Sachs top executive to his brother-in-law, Tammy's brother. And you know what? I wonder, well, first, to finish off, in 2023 he invests a New Jersey pension fund into Tilray, or somebody does. And Goldman Sachs is riddled with Tilray. Okay? So I just looked up, does Goldman Sachs have shares in Tilray? Because it showed that JP Morgan does. And well, yeah, of course they do. I don't know how. I guess this is all public information. Tilray Brands Inc. Security, TLRY is the stock. The institution Goldman Sachs. Latest disclosed ownership is almost almost 1 million shares, which is $2 million invested. So disclosed at least. So Goldman Sachs is in Tilray, has just as many shares as the state of New Jersey, I guess, for their pension fund. I do not advocate funding or investing pension funds in the stock markets this way. Maybe it's going to be a real good return. This isn't financial advice. Maybe we should all be putting positions in this. But I don't advocate investing the New Jersey pension funds this way. I think there's much better ways of doing it. First, we have to fully fund them, but that's another video. So that's it with the New Jersey money and Governor Murphy and Goldman Sachs. But I am extremely curious whether or not the large investment portfolio of Phil Murphy has Tilray inside of it. I wonder how large of a position he has. To finish it off, we have Josh Akins posting a video of Governor Murphy, the capitalist, and a massive supporter of ESG. So let's view this.
I'm a proud Democrat for sure, and a cold-blooded capitalist.
This next video is from New Jersey Project. It's from Sparta Township Board of Ed meeting in North New Jersey, Sussex County. It's actually one of the Board of Eds that Josh Akins and his Arise New Jersey nonprofit was able to influence. This heated argument at the meeting of people giving public comments is because of supposed book bans, and I've been covering that on the NJ1ST podcast the last couple of episodes, but it's not really book bans, more of it being parents getting involved finally with their children's education amidst the K through 12 sex ed curriculum that came down from the governor. And I'll take this time to reiterate one more time that there were some Republicans that initially in the Assembly first voted on a bill that was high school. So that's grades 9 through 12. And high school would get this sex ed curriculum. Half of the Republicans, I'd say, voted yes. Not half, but a quarter of the Republicans voted yes. It passed to the Senate, where the Senate then amended it to K through 12. So the reason that they were able to do it, one of the reasons, easily done, signed by the governor, was because some Republicans initially voted for sex ed curriculum 9 through 12, and they got reelected. Let's listen to Sparta Board of Ed, North New Jersey, the most conservative districts in New Jersey, and this is why. Let's listen.
There's a very descriptive thing, if you don't mind me reading, because this is in the book.
Well, something, we have some very young children.
Of the book, it says grade 8.
It discusses the importance of shaved genitalia, shaved buttholes.
I taught this in 4th grade social studies. Culture contact.
Her name is Molly, like the drug.
When I explain to your kids what ecstasy is at their age, they know, okay. I don't know how you raise your kids. I don't raise my kids that way.
And feels the peer pressure to lose her virginity like all of her friends.
I let my daughters read that in 8th grade.
Much of the book revolves around her wanting to understand what an orgasm feels like.
I'm standing here as a parent to say I wish for this book to be available to my 8th grader.
No mistake, moving this book to the high school is a book ban.
How is moving it 1 year from 8th grade to freshman year a ban? It's not a ban.
You're banning it.
Should we put Playboys in there? Or Hustler magazines or something?
Butthole waxing.
Orgasm. There's drug references.
Orgy.
What is so-called doggy lipstick. And it gets very graphic from there.
How is this appropriate for children?
That's money that's going to be taken away from children to educate them and going to pay lawyers.
He's not even a taxpayer in this town.
Moby Dick by the gay author Herman Melville. What do you think that big white whale stood for?
I just bought a house here, and I want nothing more.
Moving forward with New Jersey voter rolls, in 2017, 3.5 million people who are registered to vote did not vote. Not even 1 million Republicans voted for their candidate, and Phil Murphy won because the Wall Street banker was able to get 1.2 million Democrats to vote for him. Now, the rest of the years leading up, I made this pie chart famous because, well, 3.5 million people are not being reached. However, a lot of people point out that these are old voter rolls that need to be updated all throughout the state. People who are too old, who have died off and it's not updated, who have moved out of state and it's not updated. And they're saying that they're all actually, this pie chart would be cut in half and they would all go to Democrats if it was actually correct, because they're saying that they have a 1 million voter registered advantage. Right here, it shows that they only won by about 400,000 to 300,000. And in 2021, after Hirsch Singh and Joe Rulo stopped slandering Jack Ciattarelli so much, Jack Ciattarelli only lost by 100,000. And that was very, very close. Everybody thinks that Jack Ciattarelli can pull it off in 2025, although we might be looking at a Spadilla primary, Bill Spadilla against Jack Ciattarelli in 2025. But on the night of the election in 2021, Jack Ciattarelli was neck and neck with Phil Murphy. And what did Phil Murphy do? He pulled out those late votes in the dead of the night, and he won by an extra 200,000 or 100,000 votes in the end. Right here is 97.5% precincts reporting. So I guess that extra 3% was 100,000 votes that was able to get him. The point of me pointing this out is that Jack Ciattarelli should have pushed back, should have joined the New Jersey Audit the Vote for 2020. That way he would have been primed to audit the vote in 2021, and he probably would have been governor till today, but he didn't. Ryan Gerdusky on Twitter tweeted out 2 days ago that voter registration numbers in New Jersey are really staggering. March 2021 to March 2023, the New Jersey Democrats have lost minus 11,878 registered voters, and the New Jersey Republicans have gained 71,829 voters. By next month, New Jersey Democrat voter advantage will slip under that 1 million. And again, that 1 million advantage is up in the air due to whether or not these voter rolls are updated. So this New Jersey Democrat minus 11,000 voter roll might be, or update of the voter roll might be the cause of this. So that's to say that even if you're registering one Democrat, they might be losing two Democrats for whether it being an update of the voter roll or a Democrat is changing to a Republican. Regardless, people are joining the Republican Party en masse. And 4 counties are likely to flip political parties in terms of voter registration advantage. Morris County, as I've said for the last decade, is becoming bluer. Republicans don't believe me. And this is actually the reason why Laura Ali in Morris County, the at question Laura Ali right now in LD24 for the Morris County Convention, she made the county line to secure her establishment power, and rather than giving it a chance to go blue. Well, guess what? It's going blue anyway. Atlantic and Cumberland County and Gloucester County, I wonder if I'm pronouncing Gloucester correctly. Gloucester, Atlantic, Cumberland are trending red. And the red from South Jersey is always Ocean and Monmouth over here, more Ocean than Monmouth. And then it's Cape May, Salem. I think Cumberland is usually red, but up here is Philly people running away from Philly, right? No other state in the Northeast than New Jersey are seeing Republican gains while the Democrats lose. Let's just say how corrupt New Jersey was to begin with. You know, that pie chart right here. 3.5 million did not vote. Yeah, I think there is a margin of error there. In most other places, both parties are losing voters, but in New Jersey, they're gaining Republicans way more than Democrats. Just some of the steep declines than others. So here's the by county numbers. We can see which ones are gaining and losing the most. Bergen County lost about 3,000 Democrats. They registered about 3,000 Republicans, and they still have a over 100,000 Democrat advantage in Bergen County. Same thing in Camden. Lost 1,400 Democrats, gained 2,800 Republicans. But guess what? You're still down 120,000. Essex County, forget about it. You got 2,000, almost 3,000 Democrats you lost. You registered not even 1,000 Republicans. Look at that margin. You're never, ever, 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 ever. Hudson, Jose Arango, good job. You got about 2,000 registered. They lost 7,000. You're still down almost 200,000, Jose Arango in Hudson County. Whew. See, this is why. Look at the margins. How much Middlesex is still. So if you live in any of these counties, Middlesex, if you live in Middlesex, if you live in Bergen, you live in Essex, you live in Hudson, you live in Union even, and you're talking about red wave, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? In reality, it's just blue cities and purple states. Pennsylvania's purple state has blue cities. Colorado, purple state, has blue cities. Florida was once a purple state and had blue cities. Now it's a red state and has purple cities. But thank you for watching this episode of NJ1ST Podcast. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow my personal Ryan McDonald USA on Twitter, all social medias, as well as NJ1ST on all social medias. Thank you for watching.